Hey yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back for another one. Today I'm going to be reacting to Jake Paul versus Hasim Rahman Jr. So Jake Paul is supposed to be fighting an actual boxer on August 6th, like an actual boxer, not somebody in MMA, not somebody who's a basketball player, not a celebrity, an actual boxer. He's actually supposed to be boxing somebody who's an actual boxer who has a win-loss record and is actually a actual prized fighter. So, this is their first face-off. As you know, Jake Paul likes to play the game of talking. He's good at talking. He's good at selling talking for fights most of the time. I don't understand why anybody really takes this guy serious because I mean he's not a real boxer. He's not a real boxer. He ain't fought nobody. It's he's literally taken the rank as like being like the new celebrity boxer who just who picks his fights, and he always picks somebody who's lower tier than him and everything just to make himself look good, and or his team does it, whichever one, it doesn't matter. He just took this because he couldn't face what is dude's name, Tommy Fury, what's his name? Tyson Fury's brother. He couldn't fight Tyson Fury's brother, who's an actual boxer, because of something that had to do with Tommy Fury not being able to get into America and be able. I guess citizenship things happened that didn't allow him to be able to fight in America. So obviously, Jake Paul wasn't about to go to, I believe, the UK to fight. So he was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna go. We're gonna go find somebody else." Obviously, he's gonna find somebody who's of lower credibility than him, and he actually still got a boxer. And honestly, we're just about to see what this ramen guy's trash talk is like, so we can see what it's like. Because I mean, at the end of the day, he's an actual professional boxer. So let's just see what it's about to be like. Let's see.
Welcome to the world's most famous arena. Welcome to the Mecca of boxing. Welcome to Madison Square Garden. This venue has hosted the greatest boxing matches in the history of the sport. We were just here a couple of months ago for a historic event headlined by the great Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, and we're back on August 6th for an event that, dare I say, this venue has never quite seen before. It is co-produced by Showtime Pay-Per-View and Most Valuable Promotions. It is distributed by Showtime Pay-Per-View as well. It is a very interesting and, dare I say, a matchup that not a lot of people a year ago could have ever predicted. Not here, not between these two gentlemen. It's a double main event show headlined first by Jake Paul, the problem child, 5-0 as a pro boxer, coming off a massive knockout victory over Tyron Woodley back in December, going up against Hasim Rahman Jr., 12-1 as a pro, over 100 amateur bouts as well. The son of the former heavyweight champion of the world, the great Hasim Rahman. And of course, also on the card, like I said, double main event. You've got the return of one of the greatest pound for pound fighters on the planet, regardless of gender, the one and only, the pride of Puerto Rico, the pride of New York, Amanda Serrano, returning as well to defend her featherweight titles against Brenda Carabajal. You got those four great fighters on the bill as well. You've got a 140-pound prospect, blazing superstar named Brandon Lee on the card as well. You've got Ashton
Mhm.
H2O Silv, the latest addition to the MVP roster.
It does make me kind of question a little bit, like, so like the people who are like doing like undercards with, like, basically with Jake Paul, and basically working for Jake Paul, like, who are actual fighters, like, y'all are okay with somebody not even actually being at a professional level as a fighter and taking jobs from him? Like, I mean, I know money is money, but at the same time, like, he's embarrassing the sport of boxing. by making it look like he's some type of like undefeated champion or something like that. If he was in if he was really in like, if he was like really fighting somebody like, if he was really in the WBA, like going up for a WBA title, like he would get 8. He would get like for real beat up. But instead, it's just like he's like cutting the line, and you know he's basically like a diva if you think about it.
On the card fighting at MSG. Something for everyone. August 6th. The official sportsbook partner of the event is FanDuel. Everyone is here. Showtime pay per view. MVP. I am
Just
hype.
gonna
He is.
skip through this.
It was one of
Gonna
the
skip
greatest
through
nights of
all of this
boxing
just to get to
that we've
like
ever
what we
had
need to
here at
get
the
to.
Garden.
Let's
It
get to
was
what.
a
Let's get to
pleasure
what we need
to
to get
work
to
both with
because
Katie and Amanda.
I ain't about to sit here and
Excited
wait.
like everybody else.
Okay, here we go.
I don't just know
Here
how
we
I'm
go.
gonna feel when Jake's 100 billion fans hate my son. After the fight, they're gonna hate him.
How do you feel about the fact that it seems as though Jake has chosen your son as his next opponent? That perhaps, as I saw in an interview with your son in Fight Hype recently, that he feels as though Jake is looking past him or thinks that he's the easy matchup for him.
Before he even says anything, he didn't choose. I feel like this is the last minute. This is the person he could get at the last minute. Since he can't fight, since he's not going to fight Tommy Fury and go to UK, this is the last ditch effort, and this is who he picked. And the guy obliged and accepted. That's all. Don't make it seem like, oh yeah, Jake Paul picked this guy. No, they offered him X amount of dollars at short notice, and the guy accepted. If he wouldn't have accepted, they would have went and found somebody else, and it wouldn't even matter. It still would have this still would have been the same way it was. So it's like,
Obviously, we find it disrespectful uh, because Jake is a real fighter. He's a
huh?
real fighter, and we respect that.
What?
But I just think that
What?
he's moving too quick. I think
Did he just say Jake is a real fighter, bro? Stop joking. Stop joking right now. Stop joking right now. This man is a YouTuber. This man is a YouTuber. This man ain't no fighter, bruh. His credibility, he got as much credibility as who's another celebrity who boxes. I can't name somebody right now, but whoever boxes and is a celebrity, he would have the same credibility as whoever that that person was in the same vein because to hear somebody's father, a father of the actual boxer say that he's an actual fighter is disgusting to me. He literally sat there and made Tyron. He got Tyron Woodley to fall twice. I feel like Tyron Woodley like legitimately threw 2 fights just for money, and it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame what people will do for money just to damage the credibility of a sport that they broke their ass to get into. It's disgusting.
he picked the wrong guy at the wrong time. So just
Moving
August
too
6th to
quick for
tell.
your slow ass son who's not going to be able to hit me. Yeah, you're right. I am moving too quick. Fast as shit.
See,
There
there
we
here Ric
go.
Flair
Right there
with
it
the
is.
WWE stuff again. But
There
I
we
mean,
go. Exactly.
when we get in the ring, then we get in the ring.
You're not in the ring, sir. Your son's in the ring. He can't fight for you. You
But
can't
I
fight
am
for him.
talking, and excuse me for talking while you're interrupting. Why you being rude at the
You're
press
saying
conference?
we in the ring.
Why you?
We're not
I'm
getting
in there
in. You're
with him.
not in the ring. It's me versus your son. And that's what he doesn't understand either. He thinks he's you. He thinks he's you. And that's his biggest mistake. He's not you. And August 6th, people are going to see that. I'm ending that whole ass legacy that your whole ass family got. It's over with. August 6th.
You gotta give him a little credit when it comes to the trash talking. He's got that trash talking shit down like a motherfucker, bro. He really does. He's got that down, but ain't no way, ain't no way, ain't no way somebody's ain't no way somebody's a boxer talking this much and still being able to just walk around like nothing. Nah, not even the best boxer, not even the best boxer in boxing is talking this much trash with no losses. I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real.
Well, if you want to really talk about legacy and family, then after he beat you, I got a little brother that's a cruiserweight that you can rematch my son where he can beat you for the second time. And I got a little brother, Muslim Cajun, undefeated, can beat your brother.
I already beat his ass in sparring too, and he knows that too. We got the footage.
So you can just beat
They
all
Here
of
they
we
us.
they
go.
be they be they be
Here we
with this
go.
footage stuff, man. They be putting out what they want to put out. Did you put out the footage when you turned around and ran away from me in the ring?
Uh
Why
oh.
you ain't put that out?
Uh oh.
You turned your back and ran like a I
Mm-mm.
ain't gonna cuss, but you turned your
Girl.
back and ran. So why you ain't put that out? You put out what you want to put out.
Mm.
Content creator.
Mm.
You're gonna see on August 6th, man.
He talking that talk right now.
If I can ask you, Hasim Jr., yesterday Jake said on my show that there was some doubt as to whether or not you would show up. Can you clear that whole story up? Were you
Look, man.
threatening not to show up? Were you asking for more?
Bismillah. I first and foremost, I want to thank Allah for this opportunity, and just to be here on this platform, just to be at this stage. This is such a huge opportunity. I never once, ever once, even second guessed or even doubted the outcome of this fight. I did no negotiation through the internet, and I'm not going to. But whatever they sent me, and they said, "Look, this is take it or leave it. Either you take it or you leave it, or there ain't no fight." And I took it, and that's that. We here right now. So all this BS about going back and forth about everybody. Well, we know that because we fight. We've been in this game a long time. But all that stuff back and forth about the money or whatever. I'm gonna be the lowest paid opponent, but I'm the biggest. I'm the biggest. I'm the one that's giving you any credibility. None of your other opponents gave you any credibility. So why shouldn't I get more than them? But like I said, I'm not here to negotiate through the media. I'm not here to do none of that. I'm here to end this facade that he's calling a career. So
Oh, my boy said. My boy said I took the lowest pay. They said take it or leave it. Hey, when somebody say that, you know what's about that. You know what's going down. You know what's going down. He about to hurt that man. This Buddy is about to hurt that man. Jake Paul is about to get hurt. For real, for real. It ain't about to be no. He sounds so serious. It don't sound like no promo. It don't try like he don't try. He ain't sounding like he trying to sell no fight to you or nothing like that. He ain't trying to make no promises. He know what he about to do when he get in that ring and face that man. He know what he about to do when he get in that ring. When that bell ring and they go to their corners and it's time. Boy, that man about that man. This Hasim Rahman Jr. dude is about to hurt that man. He about to hurt that man. Get your popcorn ready, man.
we're gonna see. We will, and we're gonna see on August 6th when Jake Paul fall. We definitely gonna see that.
Mm.
Jake, I've heard them say now a couple times, sparring isn't fighting. That sparring match that you guys had about 2 years ago isn't exactly.
And then you know what killed me? I'm sorry to keep pausing it like this. You know what killed me? This dude right here, this man right here, I don't know his name, but he believed everything Jake Paul be saying, bro. Like he be selling if there's anybody who he's selling this fight to, it's that man right there in the middle. Like, is he? I think he's the promoter or something like that, bro. I know he be making money, but like, damn, if there's anybody who be selling a fight to anybody, Jake Paul is selling the fight to that man right there in that blue double-breasted suit right there. For real. And he be eating it all up. He be believing it all. He believe it all, man.
What's to come, and that you're perhaps putting a little too much stock into that. What's your response?
Well, I don't know why they're so worried. The fact that they keep on saying that's a telltale sign. Sporn isn't fighting because, I mean, you're probably a little bit nervous about what happened. But obviously,
What happened? What happened? What happened?
Obviously,
What
it's
happened?
different.
Yeah, what happened?
Nothing.
Under the
You be
lights.
bringing up the spawn. You
Under
the
the
one
light-
posted the spawn.
Under
Oh, you don't like getting interrupted, do you?
under the lights, 10-ounce gloves, of course, is different. That's why I do this sport. I don't do this sport to spar. I do this shit to fight. And when he gets under the lights,
And
Madison
you
Square
ain't
Garden,
fought nobody.
in front of
You
20,000
ain't fought
people.
nobody. Nobody. Everybody you fought have been their debut.
Who have you fought?
Everybody you fought been their debut.
Who have you fought?
I just
Tyrone
fought
Woodley,
somebody- I just
UFC
fought somebody
champion.
20 and
Ben
0.
Askren.
What are you talking
champion.
about?
Nate Robinson.
Champions in MMA.
NBA,
Champions
all-star
in MMA. NBA champion.
Nobody
no
who's
boxers.
an actual
And
boxer.
that's why you're next
No
on the
boxers.
list. You're
No
next on the
boxers.
list. You're
You ain't
next
fought
on the
no-
list.
I know.
You're
I know.
next on the
I know.
list.
And
That's
it's going to
why
be your
I'm
first
fighting you.
loss. And
No
it's going to be your
shit.
first loss.
No shit. That's
Don't
why
turn
I'm
your
fighting
back and
you.
run like you did when we sparred. Don't do that. And I will be using both hands.
You'll
Trust
see.
me.
You'll
and
see.
I will be using both hands.
You'll see. I got something for you.
I only use one hand when I sparred him.
Oh,
I only
man,
use one hand.
I
He
would
can't
just
even spar
love-
nobody with one hand.
I would just love to put out this
He
footage.
can't even spar nobody with one hand. He's not even at that level. I boxed this man with one hand behind my back, and I boxed this man with one hand, and I promise you, he turned his back. He turned his back and ran from me. That's what's going on in his whole camp.
confidence.
That's all they do. Look, Rock. Don't do this. Don't switch southpaw. Don't sit here and say you don't, because when I spar you, you do the same thing. It's always a handicap. And that's what I was trying to tell him. It's a handicap in here. Don't get too, you know what I'm saying, too confident. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. I've been trying to help him since I came here, but he thinks I don't know what he think is going on, but he definitely barking up the wrong tree. I'm going to fuck you up.
Hey, and he ain't even. I don't hear no plan when he just said that just now. No plan. Hey, if we tallying up the win loss cost column on talking, Jake Paul done lost this one already. We ain't even got in the ring. He ain't even got in the ring yet. He lost this already, man. Lost this already, man, bro.
All right, this is tremendous theater. I want to give you guys a chance to ask some questions as well. So let's open it up and let's keep this rolling here. As you can see, no love lost between Hasim Rahman Jr. and Jake Paul. My friend, you're up first.
This is Maestro. I'm very pleased that we see a former heavyweight champion of the world right here in Hasim Rahman. Champ, what? Yeah, round of applause. Champ, what is it about your son that you think gives Jake
Oh, okay,
Paul
his
the
dad was a
confidence
boxer too?
that he seems to have?
Oh yeah,
to
this
take
is all.
on
This is all. Yeah, this is done.
your
This is a
son,
done deal.
On August 6th.
This is a done deal, bro.
Flat out, I'm gonna give you an honest answer. I don't know if my son gonna like it, but I'm just gonna tell the truth because that's what I do. My son has really underperformed and underprepared for pretty much all of his fights.
Wow.
So but he will be ready for this one.
What?
Exactly.
Do you agree with that?
What
Hasim
the hell?
Jr.?
I think that the potential.
Like, bro, did your dad just say that you underperformed for all your fights? That's not something you're supposed to say against somebody like him. Like, what? Kind of shit is that? Anyway.
What
inside
the
me
fuck?
has not been reached yet. So yeah, I agree. I think that I could definitely have performed better in all my fights.
That's
So,
got to be the weirdest
on
shit I've
August
ever
6th,
heard.
We're gonna come fully prepared.
Dad, why'd you say that at the press conference, Dad?
What are you talking about? He just told you gonna tell the truth. This ain't nothing he ain't said to me before. What are you talking about?
It's bring your kid to work day.
Yeah, all right. Bring. Look,
He is
bring
goofy
your
for
gloves
real.
and your boots on August 6th, cause I might knock you out of both of them.
up next.
Got him
Good,
quiet over
good
there.
afternoon. In your previous fights,
Jake Paul kind of quiet over there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. His response ain't coming too quick. He ain't rapid with the response. Yeah, it's not looking good right now.
you've shown the world that you take boxing very seriously. It's your full-time job right now. But this is the first time you're fighting a professional boxer who also takes it seriously. Does your training camp, does your preparation differ at all now?
No, nothing changes. We know he's going to come out southpaw, so I mean, fighting a southpaw for the first time. But other than that, nothing really changes. You know, I fight professional boxers in the gym, spar 'em all the time.
But why
two,
you ain't
three
never
times
take
a
a
week
fight
for
with
the
him?
past three.
Why you ain't take a fight with one though? Why you ain't never took a fight with one then? If you train and spar with real boxers, why don't you fight a real boxer? Not some MMA guy, not some basketball player, a real actual boxer. Why did it take this long for you to go against somebody who is an actual boxer? Even at whatever level he's at. Why did it take this long? Did y'all want to get the lowest of the low boxer y'all could just to make Jake Paul look good? Hmm?
Years. Guys way better than him. Steve Cunningham, three-time world champion. Guys like that caliber. So nothing really changes. We're prepared for this, and
So when we
We'll
sparred,
see
why I couldn't turn southpaw when we sparred? Why your corner and your trainers and you were so
no,
adamant about
you were
not going
you turned southpaw in
I
that
did
too.
not.
We had the footage.
I did not. Go show it. Show me some.
We
Show me
had the
turning
footage.
southpaw. Show
We
me
had
turning
the
southpaw,
footage.
please.
We had the footage, but I'm
And
gonna let.
please, when
I'm,
you
I'm
do
gonna
show
let
the
fans,
footage, when you show the
I'm gonna let
footage,
the fans
when
see
you
August
show the
6th what-
footage,
I'm gonna let
post
the
the
fans
footage
see
of
the
you
footage for the
turning
first time
around.
August 6th.
Show the footage of you turning around.
I
As soon
might-
as
I
you
might
get
have
the
to go
back
find
You
the
got your
footage.
ass
When
beat
I
and you
sta-
know it.
How?
I
You
might have
in
to
here
go find
jumping
this
on top of
footage, though.
turnbuckles. There's no winner or losing in spawn. There's no winner or losing in spawn.
Which is true.
So what are you talking about? I was there to work with you, to actually help you get confidence to go against a guy that was 5'5" with no fights. So what are you
Nate
talking
Robinson.
about? And I still was handicapped, boxing you with one hand. Go watch the tape.
Then why-
I didn't
why
even
were-
use my right hand.
Then why were you
I didn't
so
even
ma-
use my right
Then
hand.
why were you
and when
so
I
mad
backed you in the
after?
corner,
Then
and
why
when
were
I
you
backed
so
you in the
mad
corner,
after?
when I backed you in the corner,
Why were you so mad
Why you
after
turn
then?
around and run? Why
Why were
you
you
turn
so
around
mad
and run?
after?
Who runs in a boxing ring? You ran
Why
like
were
we
you
was
so
in a
mad
track.
after?
He's a runner. He's a track star. What's
Why-
going
why were you
on?
so
Why are you
mad?
running in a boxing? Do you know how to box?
This
Have you
man
learned that yet?
crazy.
You learned that you can't run yet?
You gonna see?
Have you learned that? Have you learned that
gonna
much
see.
yet? That you can't be running in the ring? You learned that yet?
Keith.
It's only been 18 months.
Keith Idec, BoxingScene.com. My question's for Hasim Jr. Hasim, how much do you expect it to be a challenge to fight at the lowest weight of your career, and how much weight will you have to lose in training camp before the fight to get down to 200 pounds?
We already close, man. We already close. I'm not worried about the weight. I was just in camp for a fight, and then I came and I got right back in the gym. I came to New York. I was already in the gym when they called for the fight, so I'm not worried about the weight. The weight not a factor. I fought at 200 pounds for years in the amateurs. I haven't fought there as a pro yet, but I'm looking forward to bringing back them them amateur days and bringing back even some things that I was doing in the amateurs that I haven't done in the pros yet. So losing some weight, right? It's almost like I'm fighting an amateur. So losing the weight is exciting for me, and it's going to open
man.
up doors for me to even do even more in the boxing ring.
Just curious, I don't know if you caught that. Said like
is
fighting
a
an
done
amateur.
deal.
Do you take
is
exception
a
with
done
that
deal.
comment?
No, he's gonna get beat up by a singer, a musician, a seashell collector, an amateur.
Disney boy,
I'm a
you
Disney
is not
boy.
about to beat
I'm a
me up. Who have you
YouTuber.
ever beat up?
I'm all of these
Who
things.
have you ever beat up? You
true.
ain't beat up nobody. You ain't beat up nobody.
You sound
What?
stupid.
No, you sound stupid. Who have you beat up?
5-0.
You ain't beat
Knocked
up
out everyone I
nobody.
fought. Knocked
You
out
ain't, you
everyone
ain't
I
beat up
fought.
nobody.
Knocked out everyone I
You
fought.
ain't beat up nobody. Anybody can get the 5-0 fighting nobody.
He's right.
Come on, man. You ain't fought nobody that boxed before. You fought everybody in their debut and then rematch somebody. Stop it, bruh.
He's right. There's a junior amateur boxer somewhere who's 5-0 right now. There's a boxing gym league where somebody's 5-0, 10-0, and they fighting nobodies. They fighting a bunch of people who are not like all the way professional. So I mean, he's right about that. He ain't never lied. He ain't lied throughout this whole thing at all.
Stop
Perfect.
it,
So that's
bro.
why we running it. That's why you're the next opponent. No shit.
Yeah,
You're a
I know.
speed bump.
I know. I know.
Another name on
I
the
know.
list.
I know.
A pawn.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You say that now. You say that now. I'm about to be your. I'm about to be your. Give you your first loss. Stupid.
Kern.
Karan Bhatia with Ask the Experts. Question for Hasim Rahman Jr. Hasim, in your last fight, right over here, you were unsuccessful. It was stopped. Did you feel like it was a premature stoppage in the last fight? And how important is it to now have a great performance after your first career loss?
Credit to Kenzie Morrison. He won the fight. He won the fight. The referee stopped it fair. But every article that covered the fight afterwards stated about it being stopped earlier, being premature. The commentators were saying that it was stopped earlier, premature. We've seen wars in the ring that went well beyond what happened in that fight. And when I go back and watch the fight, you can see in the fourth round, I took a punch similar to the punch I took in the fifth round, and then proceeded to win the rest of the round. So who knows what would have happened if they would have let the fight keep going. But that's behind me now. That fight doesn't matter going into this fight. I learned from that. So now I got to teach this little kid a lesson.
And a question for Jake. You were originally supposed to fight Tommy Fury. We know what happened
Yeah.
there. I know it was
What happened
important
with
for you
that?
to fight a real boxer, but now you're
What
fighting an
happened with
opponent
that?
who's bigger than Tommy Fury, who has more professional experience. Is this a tougher fight than Tommy Fury?
Yeah, 100%. This is what I do. You know, I take hard challenges and challenge myself more and more with each fight, increase the level of opposition, and give the fans what they want. People say fight a real boxer. Here we go. This guy's bigger than me. He has more experience. There's no reason that I should win this, but I'm proving to the world and proving to the kids out there that if you set your mind to something and you truly believe
Bro,
in yourself,
shut
and
up.
you're dedicated, and you're
Oh my
mentally,
God,
low-key
shut
have
up.
to be insane.
And you stack
then
the
you
deck.
will.
Don't forget you
Shut
stack
up.
the
will
deck.
win.
Don't
Then
forget
will
you got to
win.
stack that.
And that's what I'm
Exactly.
proving.
You
to
try to
people.
bring me
That's
down
what
to
I'm proving to the
cruiserweight,
next
and then
generation.
put a rehydration clause in the
People
contract.
will
Don't forget
see.
about none of that.
You already
Don't
making
forget none of that. It's
excuses.
just take it or leave it.
Why you already
Don't
making
forget that's
excuses
take
for
it or leave
yourself?
it. That was take
Why
it or
you
leave
already
it.
making excuses for
I'm
yourself?
not making no excuses. I'm telling the
sounds
truth.
like you're making
Because you leaving
excuses.
it out. Because you leaving it
All I
out.
hear
Let
is
the people know.
excuses as to why you
Let the
lost,
people know.
excuses as
You always
to
talk
the
about, oh,
weight,
he's bigger than
all of
me.
these things.
Oh, he's bigger than me. Oh, he's a heavyweight and all this and all that. That's cut because we come in the cruiserweight.
Took all that off the table
Thank
with
you.
the rehydration clause.
Thank you. So don't, yeah. That's not, you cannot do that. That's out. That's out.
So
you
will you not?
stacking the deck.
You'll be 215 on the night of the fight.
You don't know how
and
much
I'll
I'm
be
away.
195.
You don't know how much I'm away on the night of the fight.
Then why are there weight classes in boxing? Dumb fuck. Shut up. Whoever the fuck you are. Dumb shit. Shut up.
But you keep calling
sit the
me a
fuck down.
heavyweight.
Sit the fuck down.
But you keep calling me a heavyweight.
Recording me like a fan.
Why you keep
Recording
calling
like
me a
fan.
heavyweight? Why you keep calling me a heavyweight? Talking about how I'm a heavyweight if you're not fighting me at heavyweight. If
What
you
weight-
was really that, you would have
What
fought
weight
me at
class?
heavyweight.
What
if
weight
you
class?
was really that, you would have fought me at heavyweight.
You sound so stupid.
If you was really that, you would have fought me at heavyweight. It wouldn't have been no, oh, let's bring him down. You seen I just weighed 224 in April. It wouldn't have been no, oh, bring him down to 200 and make sure he can't go up over 210. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. You put a 10-pound rehydration clause in the contract? Stop playing. Bruh, shut your ass up. Shut up.
Let me
Sit in this
just
thing.
chime in just one
Sit
quick
in this
second.
thing.
Just wanted to ask
And
Amanda.
he ain't fought nobody.
Wanted to ask Amanda a quick
All
question.
right, I've seen enough. All right, it's going to be like this. If this guy ends up getting knocked out, right, then I'm going to know that Jake Paul is really paying the people he fighting to take a dive. If this man, who is an actual boxer, don't put hands, paws, feet, and everything else on this man, then I'ma know it's a circus. And they just paying bro to look good. But from what I can hear from him talking, it's not gonna be that. Buddy actually about to, rearrange some things on Buddy. You know what I'm saying? So only time will tell, bro. Um, as Jake Paul said, there's no reason why he should win this fight. So Buddy doing all this talking. His dad said he's been practically unprepared for all his fights. I'm hoping he shows up at this fight because I mean, it does nothing. It doesn't damage his credibility as a boxer, but it does make him look like the laughing stock of boxing because boxing is already looked at as a laughing stock because of Jake Paul. So, like I said, only time will tell. That's the end of this reaction video. I'm about to hit y'all with some more. Deuce.